Welcome to the channel for the first time viewers. Welcome back from my existing subscribers. Today I'm going to be going over my experience with the Battlefield 5 open beta and just kind of telling you guys what I thought about it, what my favorite parts of the game were, what I didn't like about the game. And rather than making several short videos with a whole bunch of clips like I do for Siege and things like that, I decided that because I don't really cover this topic too much, I'm mostly a Siege channel, I'm just going to make one long video. And in the beginning of the video, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions, and the rest of the video will be all the rest of the content that I have. So let's jump into it. All right, first I'm going to start off with what I did not like about the beta. And realistically, this is a pretty fun game. It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. But one of my biggest pet peeves was waiting after I got killed. I hated waiting for a revive. And it was just one of those things that would it sent me over the edge every single time, because you'd die and then you'd have to wait several seconds for the bleed out timer. Or the way they try to make you play this game as a team I don't feel like it's Battlefield's arena anymore. But you'd wait several seconds for your teammates to come and they just wouldn't come. So you just wait all this time wasted. Then if you wanted to skip that because you knew nobody was going to come, you can kind of fast forward the bleed out timer. And after the bleed out timer was done, then you had to wait for the traditional respawn system like all the old Battlefields. So that is what I was expecting. You can either skip it, like back in the day, you just press, I think it was like X, or you press space bar, and you can just skip all the animations and go straight to the 7 seconds till you redeploy screen. Versus now, you have to bleed out, then you go to the redeploy screen. So hopefully they fix that, because it's very annoying. And I know they say it's to keep people from like spam spawning and stuff like that, but for me, it just kind of took me out of the game, and I didn't really like that system. I didn't like it at all. Back to what I was saying. In addition to that, right, the way they try to make you play as a team. They didn't give too many magazines, which I heard they were fixing. They're giving a little bit more ammunition at the beginning of the game, and they're throwing around the idea of giving everybody a med pack to start off the game. So that means you don't have to run to the ammo dump and the health dump and then pick up a pack for yourself so that you can heal yourself later. They're also thinking about tweaking the self-healing hotkey. So that is going to be a big thing too, because when I don't know, it's weird to me. Like, if I play games like Siege and Call of Duty on PC, or even the older Battlefields, like I change weapons with my weapons wheel and stuff like that. But some people, to them that's foreign. They always switch weapons with the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 key, which to me that's awkward. So like having to hold 5, a key that I rarely ever press period, that's just one of those things that I just wasn't really comfortable with. So they're going to be changing that, and I hope that they make it something like E, or just make it one of the items that you can equip so that you can just press down shoot and change it that way. The whole reason this is important is because nobody gives ammo unless Battlefield is such a weird game, man. Like, you can be playing a game and have a full squad of 5 and no one ever talks to each other. Like, I just don't understand that. And the way they want you to play is as a team. So the first thing you need to do is communicate. Like in Siege, I feel like almost every single person has a mic. So I can be like, hey, even if they're in Discord, they'll come out of their Discord, or on console, sometimes they see you, the little microphone flapping, and they'll come out of their party chat and then talk in game for you so that you guys can communicate as a team. It's kind of like I don't know, it's like a known thing. Like if the dude is talking in game chat, hop out of party chat and go, talk to your teammate. But in Battlefield, it's not the same. I think I spoke to about 3 people while I was playing, and that's just one of those things that if I'm relying on teammates to give me ammo, or I have to run across the map to one of the bases or the objectives to take ammo from the ammo dump, or to take health from one of the health depots, that's another thing that, like what I said earlier, of it doesn't fit the playstyle. It's not in that Battlefield identity anymore. But if you were playing with 5 of your friends or 4 of your friends, and you guys happen to, have a medic, have a sniper, have a assault guy, and have a support guy, then you're good. Like, somebody's going to be throwing you ammo whenever you need it. Somebody's going to be giving you health when you need it. And, everything's all gravy, and Battlefield is working, right as rain. But that's not the case. A lot of times it would be just 2 of you queuing up, or it'll just be you playing by yourself. And that just makes it for a less fun experience. It's less enjoyable, in my opinion, to have to rely so heavily on these other people that just don't care. Like, they're just running around as a medic, but they just like the gun. They're not really doing it so that they can revive you. I think the way they can fix that is to either give more points per, like, for each instance of somebody's health going up. Like, instead of like 10 points, give like 50 points. Be generous with the points. So if somebody wanted to level up, you know, they could do it that way. The only downside of that idea is that people would just you just be running around and see people throwing med packs at your head, ammo packs at your head. Like, it'd be like broken in that way. But I'd rather that, where I didn't have to worry about ammo and did have to worry about health, versus there's a medic running right past me and I'm down and I'm hitting the little button that says you know, call for assistance or whatever, and they just literally run past me, and then a third medic and a fourth medic. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, all these medics are running right past me. So that turns out to be more of an annoying feature than anything. And then knowing that even if I try to bleed out, I'm going to wait like 5 seconds. After the 5 seconds, I'm going to be waiting in another queue to spawn back in. Some good things about this game is specifically the server browser. I never had an issue finding games, especially in the US side of things. On Battlefield 1, very rarely. I swear, you can go on Battlefield1stats.com and it will say 30,000 people are playing PC. And when you go to the server browser, you see like 17 populated servers. Now, it's only 64 people, so 64 by, you know, 64 by like 17 is not going to be 30,000. So to me, that's just one of those things that's very annoying. And then on top of that, only like 1 or 2 of those servers will be in the US, and they're all base maps. So I can never get into the DLC maps. So that good thing for me coming up in this game is the DLC is supposed to be free. However they end up doing it, hopefully they don't do it like Division 2 does and kind of paywall everything. But that's another game. But DLC is supposed to be free, and the server browser, at least in the beta, was working perfectly. I pretty much went through all the maps that were full, and then the next thing I decided was my ping. So like anything that had a low ping, like for me it was like 60 and below, which is usually anywhere in the US, then I would go into those servers and I'd have a lot more fun. The gunplay was a lot more responsive. And speaking of the gunplay, that is probably like paramount. That's probably like the best part of this game. So the gunplay in Battlefield 5, I really want to spend a lot of time talking about it, is like my favorite gun was an STG-44. I don't know, it just hits hard. It felt crisp. It just felt really, really fun, really good while you were playing it. So like for me, I feel like the last time the gunplay was this exciting and this crisp and this responsive was like Battlefield 3 for the time that it came out. Like if I went back and played Battlefield 3 now, obviously all the enhancements make it kind of like whack. But playing Battlefield 3 when it first came out, that game had a lot of really, really good hit detection as far as how it felt when you shot somebody, how long it took to kill somebody, when the guns had high rate of fire, how fast they would die, and how many people you could take out with a magazine. And I really feel that whenever I play Battlefield 5. I feel like with the STG, you know, even though I only have two and a half magazines, after you like kill a person, you pick up like half a mag. Anyways, after you kill like a person, you get that good little feeling of, okay, like that took like 3 shots, and then you see somebody else and you take them out and you still haven't had to reload, and you're starting to take your third gunfight. And to me, that's something that, especially in Battlefield 1, it was lacking. Battlefield 1 was terrible for that specific reason. Like in Battlefield 1, I could use an entire magazine just to kill one person, and it's a 64-player map, so I got 32 guys on the other team, and it just didn't make sense. Like some of these guns, they hit really hard, but they just didn't kill people, and that I think it was because of the bullet deviation. But it was really painful to see, and who knows, sometimes it could have been because of the servers that I had to play on. But even still, like when you're using the assault class on Battlefield 1, I can't remember, I think it's the MP18. Unless you were hip firing that thing, you really couldn't get a kill. The only gun you can get multiple kills with was like the Hellriegel, once you unlock it, because it had like 80 something bullets in it, and you can get like 4 or 5 kills before you die. But that's obscene, man. Whereas like in Battlefield 5, you literally can just, you know, 2-tap somebody, hit them in the head, it does way more damage. Headshots are a lot more crucial, and like I said, the gunplay feels really, really fun and rewarding. So another thing that I really liked about this beta is the movement system. I did the toggle crouch, so I didn't realize the sliding and laying prone on your back and things like that till later on. I think like the 3rd or 4th day in the beta, because I had my regular hold crouch button to my it was a different key. Anyways, so it actually separated the two. Like whenever I would try to slide, I knew people could do it, but every time I tried to slide, my guy would just like take a knee. But once I figured that out, I saw that it was just you hit the other button and you did a little slide, and to keep you from spamming it, you had to run a little bit further and then you could slide again. But the movement system is really fluid and I like it. My favorite part of the movement system is when you crouch run. I don't know, you just feel like a badass when you're doing it. Like when you're like sprinting and you're crouch, the dude is like really low profile, and like he's like 3/4 speed, I would say, compared to when you're like standing up sprinting. But you're obviously a smaller target, and like I said, there's a level of badassery there that I haven't seen in other games, and I hope other games start to do that as far as like first-person shooters. Like it'd be really cool if Call of Duty for Blackout had a similar system where you could like crouch down and sprint. I don't know. I just thought it was something different, and I really liked it. But let me know what you guys liked about the Battlefield 5 beta, and what your favorite parts were, what you didn't like about it, what you agree with in this video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Like I said, I'm gonna try to keep the fat off this video and just keep it to the highlights, so you'll see a lot of kills, a little bit of running around if it means something, and I will catch you guys in the next video. And for those of you that watched my last video where I was testing the quality of the uploads on YouTube, I appreciate that, man. I just kind of threw that video up. It's called Window Man for Rainbow Six Siege, but it's I don't know, I feel like sometimes compared to like other YouTubers, like I'll see my video quality and it will be a little bit blurrier than theirs, or a little bit more blurry. So I'm trying to get it to the point where I'm uploading at the correct bit rate and I'm recording at, you know, a good enough bit rate that it doesn't do that in game and then translate into the upload. Alright, so like I said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Be easy and enjoy the gameplay.
Good job. Objective Anton taken.
Rauchgranate mit besten Grüßen!
Good work. Objective Emil is now ours. Objective Dora. Objective Emil is now ours. We have now taken Objective Anton.
Lobbing grenade!
Objective Dog is ours.
Watch over there! Look alive! Danger over there! I'll patch you, chum.